Hello, I'm back. I haven't been on for a few weeks. I've been away doing different bits and pieces. I've been to Wales, to Bike Park Wales. That was good fun, going mountain biking down down mountains in Wales at Merthyr. That was brilliant fun. What else I've been doing? I was out at the races last weekend, so I just was not... I was too hungover really to get out of the camera, so that's the honest answer to that. Yeah, I finally managed to get back out. I haven't been out with the camera in a while, so it's good to get back out. I've come this evening to the Ouse Valley Viaduct, if you've heard of it, which is in West Sussex, down in Ardenley, or between Balcombe and Ardenley. I'm not too sure exactly what its address is, but it's down there. And I've come down just on I wanted to try and get a picture of it at golden hour, or at sunset or at golden hour. Because finally, for once, I've been here quite a few times over the winter that was just gone, trying to get pictures of it. In fact, I was over the other side of the road that the viaduct's by before. Up there's a hill by the Ardenley Reservoir, trying to get pictures of it from there, which I found some nice perspectives of it, to be fair. But I think that's more of a morning shot, like a sunrise shot, than it is an evening shot. But when I come in the winter time, I never got any decent light. Every single time I got there, I'd get there early in the morning and it was just overcast and grey and just didn't look good. And it's the sort of subject, I think, unless you get right up close to it, as the famous pictures of it are, because it got really popular during the lockdowns, during 2020 and 2021, and remains so to this day with hikers. I often see or get chatting to people that come from all parts of the country to come down and do the hike around the reservoir, including the viaduct itself as well. I think that's always like the focal point to get to and then come back. So I often get chatting to people, and I'm losing my train of thought. I can't remember where I was, but pretty much, it's a subject. Sorry, what I was saying. It's a subject that, unless you've got some decent light or a really like moody sky or something like that, it doesn't really. It needs that basically for a picture. Unless, of course, you're up close to it, like I was saying. And those times when I come, I didn't get any decent light. But tonight, I am getting some decent light at last. And I'm even getting some scattered clouds up in the sky as well, which is cool. So it will, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it will make for a good picture when I don't know whether at golden hour or once the sun's gone completely down. And that's when you can get those real sort of electric red skies, when it gets really, really lights up. Because of course the sun goes down, it can get through because there's no clouds in its way. The sun's light comes up and reflects down off the clouds and makes for a pretty sky. So I'm fingers crossed, I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. But in the meantime, whilst I wait for that to happen, I've come for just a little wander a bit further along, because I've never explored this side of the viaduct. This is the west side of the viaduct, and it's quite beautiful scenery around here. Really, it's like the quoting the dictionary, the quintessential, if I'm saying that right, it's the quintessential sort of British countryside around here. And especially in the summer, I think we're in the summer. We're not quite in the summer. It's like late spring. I looked that up. June 21st, summer equinox. So we're not quite in the summer yet. Though I'd class it as summer really, June, but I'm not here to debate or argue that. But so now around here, now it's all green and just in bloom, maybe that's the right word. Anyway, there's life. It's really beautiful around here. It's nice at winter time, don't get me wrong, but it's not as beautiful as it is now. But anyway, to stop waffling on, I found one little photo whilst I wait to see what the light does with the viaduct. I think I found my perspective of the viaduct that I want to get. I'm going to have to contend with some horses, which I'll show you in a minute, to get this picture, but that'd be right, they're not going to bother me, I don't think. Yeah, in the meantime, let me just spin that a little bit so you can see me better. Yeah, in the meantime, I found this picture here of the quintessential British countryside. It's not quite that, there is a better picture around there, which I might try and get in a minute, but there's lots of walkers about this evening, and I got a little bit nervous when I was setting up, so I've come this way. But anyway, I found this picture here that I quite liked. What really drew me to it which you might be able to tell if I move my focus square, my jig pointy thing out of the way. What really intrigued me, because we're getting nice sunlight at the minute that's dappling or casting across the landscape out there. And what I found as I was walking down, I was trying to walk up high because I wanted to get a shot that was looking down on the scenery. As I looked, what initially drew me was the power lines, which I don't know if you can see there, but if I brighten that up a bit, there was these power lines. I saw those and I looked and I thought, oh, that might be a leading line. And then I saw this V in the trees, if you can see that. And that really, and the V, is shaping around these 4 trees that are there in the distance. And it just, it just drew me in. I looked at it, I thought, actually, that makes quite a nice photo, just using a natural frame to a subject that's in the distance. And so that's pretty much what I've set up for. I wish now, sorry, excuse me, I would, that's going to come out really loud on that mic, apologies. I wish now that what I'd done was bought my longer lens. Before I come out this evening, I was debating whether to bring my 70 to 200 or not, and I thought, no, I'm not going to need it, so I didn't bother. And then once I found this, I looked and I thought, I wish I bought that, but it doesn't matter. I got my 24 to 105 on, and stretching out to like 100 mil is giving me the perspective that I want. And that's pretty much it with the photo, really. I'm having to, as you can see, if I go into my histogram, I've HDR. I've already taken this picture, by the way. I've done that. I wanted to make sure I got the picture of the light that I wanted. So there's some clouds moving through now, so I'm probably going to take another one. The light's really bright, so I'm going to have to HDR it. I've taken obviously one exposing for the shadows, one exposing for the highlights, and I'll blend those together later on in Lightroom. Just because, as much as I like the dynamic range on this camera, I'm still unsure as to whether I could expose right down here and draw detail back out of those shadows. If I'm able to do that, I'll put that on the screen and say, in the end it was just one shot, and it was the one that was either exposing for the shadows or the highlights. Shadows? The shadows, sorry. So I have HDR, as always, just to make sure that I've got the image that I want. And I think in Lightroom, as always, I'll be able to do my bits and pieces that I do to make it look a bit more glowy and, this is in Photoshop, sorry, to make it a bit more glowy and a bit more just dreamy looking, I guess, or enchanting or ethereal or fairy-like, or any one of those words. So, and that's it really. That's taking that photo. So I'm going to stop rabbiting on, and I'll leave you guys with a bit of B-roll. I might try and find another photo. If not, I'm going to set up with the view I found of the viaduct and get a picture. We'll talk you through a picture of that. So thank you. Oh, God, my knee. Oh, every time I do these poxy videos, my knee. Oh, God. There in my shot. Oh, sorry. Oh, I made the mistake of playing football Thursday night for the first time in about a year. And then I went out mountain biking yesterday, and my legs and my knees, and I was paddleboarding today with some friends. Oh, they're absolutely shot to pieces. Oh dear. Anyway, enough of I'm not even old, I'm 38. Enough of that. I make a little confession. I've come round the back to the other side of the viaduct because the view I found that I liked, which I think I put a bit of footage up a minute ago of, but I'll put it across your screens now if not. The horses were scaring me. I'm not too ashamed to admit. They're all right. I usually don't mind horses, but these ones, they're probably just trying to be my friends, but they just kept coming up to me and getting all like sniffing around my bag and stuff like that. And I was just like, it's meant to be relaxing this, and I'm not relaxing with them sodding horses. So I've come around the other side, but I'm quite glad I have because. As you'll see now, I'll put this on your screen. I found this perspective of the viaduct. At the minute, there's these. I'm gonna go with white flowers, and I'll correct myself and put something on the screen. They're wildflowers of some sort. Are they daffodils? I do this every time, and I don't know. I'll leaf snap it. I could have done that before I spoke to you, but anyway, I found these. I'm gonna say daffodils. These white flowers with the yellow bits in the middle. They were the ones where the kids, or when you was a kid, she loves me not. You remember that game? I'm sure they were. Anyway, I'm waffling. I found this perspective that I really like. I like it. It's one that I see quite a bit that people do on Instagram. And it's a wide angle shot. I'm shooting it out at 17, so as wide as that lens will go, and it's sorry, just a power saving thing. Yeah, I just like the picture. Like I've got the wildflowers placed really strong in the foreground, and then the viaduct behind it. That's just taking a picture. I still haven't worked out this camera. Yeah, the viaduct just behind it. There goes my pointy stick. And what we're getting at the minute is some lovely golden hour light just reflecting in and onto the underside of the viaduct, which I think I actually prefer to what I was intending around there. I just think it makes a much more pleasing image. Whenever you do these things, like you've got the shots, and I have taken a couple of the traditional shots of what people take of the viaduct, which is the portrait picture straight through all the gaps in the viaduct, the arches of the brickwork. But whenever I come to these places, I mean, this is local to me. I've walked this walk quite a few times. But when you come here, you want to put your own little touch on something, really. And I think that's what I found here with this. I found a picture that, I've just given my own little element. I haven't seen a picture online or anywhere of the viaduct like this, and I'm quite pleased with it. So it's just, like I say, I'm doing the focus bracketing technique, which is in this camera, which I talked about last time I had done a video, just to focus stack the image later on, because I want everything sharp through the scene, from the foreground to the foreground, so to the viaduct and beyond. I want to be sharp, so I'll focus stack. For that, I've used that's right. I've used a number of shots of 7 and a focus increment of 3. I played around with a few increment settings, and that seemed to give me the best sharpness all the way through, front to back. And and I've just shot at f9, 130 for a second at the minute. That'll probably change in a second. ISO I've left at 125, but it doesn't matter on this camera, and that's pretty much it really. But I like the image, and what I'm gonna do now I've set up here, because the sky's just quite not doing it for me at the minute, though I've taken a couple of stack groups of this picture. And I'm gonna hang about and wait for the sun to go completely down, because I'm thinking the way it looks over there at the moment, I'm going to get some magenta hues in the sky, I hope. I'll stop that recording now. Yeah, just to give a bit more interest to the sky, to the background of the image of the scene. Unfortunately, the heavy clouds have moved on. There was some big bushy clouds up there earlier, but they seem to have disappeared now, sadly. But yeah, I'm just going to hang about, chill out here for a bit. It's a lovely little spot, and yeah, and see what comes really. So I'll hang about and do that, as I just said. I'll give you a little beg, if you don't mind, if you could like and subscribe, as always, to my channel, or to my TikTok, or to my Instagram, whatever you're watching this on. That would be much follow even. That would be much appreciated. But other than that, yeah, I'm going to hang about. What would be really cool, sorry, actually, just before I go, is if a steam train was going over the top. That would be like the, what do they say, chef's kiss, if that were to happen. But I don't think it will, because I don't think the Bluebell line comes down here. But anyway, I'm going on, so I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, for taking the time out of your day. I hope it's been a very relaxing and calming experience. I'm not too sure on this video because it's all a bit rushed, but thank you very much. I'm going to go and I'm going to stop waffling, and I'm going to stretch my knees out as always because they're really sore. Thank you. Bye-bye.